Hey Kingdom Kids, you better hurry. It's almost time for our adventure.
CC, it's story time. CC, it's story time. CC always telling the stories, pink hair and socks, and she's never boring. Whiteboard with the orange tie. You need a recap? Derek is your guy. Oh, with a flow so cold. Everybody get ready for adventure mode. Heather with the crew that's so disruptive. Hey, what's that? Friendly interruption. Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids. Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids.
Hey Kingdom Kids, and welcome back. In today's adventure, we're going to hear about a story of love. But before we do that, we need a recap. Take it away, Derek.
Sarah and Abraham had a child at 100 years old. Sometime later, God tested Abraham by telling him to sacrifice his only son as a burnt offering. So, Abraham obeyed and took his son to the top of the mountain. He tied him up and laid him on the altar. When he raised up the knife to sacrifice his son, God said, "Abraham." "Here I am," he replied. "Do not lay a hand on that boy," he said. "Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." God provided him with a ram that was stuck in a bush for the sacrifice, and God blessed him greatly. Whew, that was a close one. Anyways, back to you, Cece.
His one and only son. You know, that almost reminds me of this one story where...
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this friendly interruption. Please enjoy these facts from Tammy.
Howdy, Kingdom Kids, it's Tammy. Who's ready for a fact today? Did you know the Empire State Building gets struck by lightning on average of 25 times a year? Woo! Well, give me some dirt and make me a pie. I learned something new.
I did not know those facts. Did you? Anyway, back to Cece.
Kingdom Kids, did you know that fact? I sure didn't. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for...
Adventure Mode!
Abraham was now very old, and the Lord had blessed him in every way. He said to the senior servant in his household, the one in charge of all that he had, "Do not get a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, but go to my country and get a wife for my son Isaac." The servant asked him, "What if the woman is unwilling to come back with me to this land? Shall I then take your son back to the country you came from?" "Make sure that you do not take my son back there," Abraham said. "The Lord promised me an oath, saying, 'To your offspring I will give this land.' He will send his angel before you so that you can get a wife for my son from there. If the woman is unwilling to come back with you, then you will be released from this oath of mine. Only do not take my son back there." The servant left, taking with him 10 of his master's camels loaded with all kinds of good things from his master. He made his way to the town of Nahor. He had the camels kneel down near the well outside the town. Then he prayed, "Lord, God of my master Abraham, make me successful today and show kindness to my master Abraham. May it be that when I say to a young woman, 'Please let down your jar that I may have a drink,' and she says, 'Drink and I'll water your camels too,' let her be the one you have chosen for your servant Isaac." Before he had finished praying, Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder. The woman was very beautiful. The servant hurried to meet her and said, "Please give me a little water from your jar." And she quickly lowered the jar to her hands and gave him a drink. After she had given him a drink, she said, "I'll draw water for your camels too, until they have had enough to drink." So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the well to draw more water, and drew enough for all his camels. When the camels had finished drinking, the man took out a gold nose ring and 2 gold bracelets, and then he asked, "Whose daughter are you? Please tell me, is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night?" She answered him, "I am the daughter of Bethu. We have plenty of straw and fodder, as well as room for you to spend the night." Then the man bowed down and worshipped the Lord, saying, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of my master Abraham." So the man went to the house, and the camels were unloaded. Straw and fodder were brought for the camels, and water for him. The servant told Rebekah's family about his mission that Abraham, his master, had sent him on. They were a little nervous at first, but eventually they let Rebekah go with the servant. Now Isaac had gone out to the field one evening, and as he looked up, he saw camels approaching. Rebekah also looked up and saw Isaac. She got down from her camel and asked the servant, "Who is this man in the field coming to meet us?" "He is my master," the servant answered. So she took her veil and covered herself. Then the servant told Isaac all he had done. Isaac brought her into the tent of his mother Sarah, and he married Rebekah. So she became his wife, and he loved her very much. And that's what we learned on
Adventure Mode!
Aw, what a beautiful and loving story. Well, anyways, Kingdom Kids, that's all the time we have for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!
I liked this video. Did you? Well, like and subscribe.